I mean, we talk about defending the rights of women here. We feel largely, and I'm talking about society in general, that that woman was just done away with. Allegations were not listened to. They were quick to say she was mentally unbalanced and all of that. Please, let's make a case for that woman.
Yeah,
and we want to fight for that woman.
Thank you, Rufai. Thank you very much. I can tell you as commanders, we fight for our men. We fight for our men more than any other thing. And I can bet you, if you ask any of our men outside, they will tell you, we stand for them, we protect them. But you know, there are limitations. This same lady you were about did not start this year. It had been ongoing for a very long time. Everybody had tried to assist the lady to ensure that she's properly taken care of, looked after. It's not because she's mentally and then we just drop her. No, we don't do that. We went through the process. We got the medical men to go through her, looked at it. We tried to assist her. But one thing people don't understand, everybody that tried to help her, she came after the person and maligned that. Even myself, I'm sure you had comments she made that she reported. She did report, she communicated with me directly, and I was able to get across to her commanders. We took her to the medical, and that's the procedure. The medical were able to go through it and looked at her, and the case was investigated. That she said she was sexually harassed by a commander. It doesn't happen. If it does, we have our court martials and we take action. We do not hide our men. Anybody who commits an offense will go for it. My policy is, you do well, you are rewarded. You do badly, you get punished. So the commander is not that it was thoroughly investigated. We found she has some mental issues. Yes, sometimes she might seem to be coherent in what she's saying. Remember that even the chief of army staff, she came after him that he wanted her to send his new picture or whatever. I mean, these are the things that will never happen. So please be rest assured that we take care of our men. Their welfare is of paramount importance. I am sure you have listened to us since last year. We've always talked about the welfare of our men because we know without good welfare, they will not be able to give us their best. So we're always out on looking out for them, watching out for them, appealing for increment in their salaries, appealing for increment in their ration cash allowance, which we call RCA, so that they can do better. But I can tell you that we're working, we're committed, and we'll continue to work.
I want to go back to that lady's case because what she said in the interview was different. Yeah. She was even saying that the dismissal, was not even a dismissal in the first place, that agreement by both parties. And what the saying was different. She even gave more, copious insight into that incident as regards the sexual advances being made at her, and she said, no to it. What were the authorities that even investigated that she was medically unstable? Because this issue, I know you people in the military, you have your own internal mechanism, but it's already a public issue. And for us, it's the optics at which it looks at in the public that we do not like. By the virtue of this show, can we reassess that matter? Can we reassess that matter for the sake of transparency? I know you people are fair company on it, but can we reassess for the interest of justice? General, you can go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Yes, okay. I didn't really get the last part of yours. I think you talked about the issue of reassessing the matter. Of course, mental issues, especially in the military, is something we view very, very seriously because you give somebody who is mentally unstable, he has the ability to carry a weapon, he can take down everybody that is there when the issues come up. And so it's something that we view very seriously. And we don't want, we respect anybody who is committed himself to serve in the military because we know you have agreed to lay down your life for your country. So for us as commanders, it's something we take very seriously. We appreciate that. And so we want to also make sure that their health status are well respected. And that's why we went through the entire process. We have our procedures. For every aspect of the military, we have our procedures. And those are the procedures that were followed. A review, of course, it's possible to have a review.
Okay, General.
I'm sure it will not come out anything different. That I can guarantee you.
Okay, General.
But we will not do anything pure on our own personnel. We will not.
Okay, General. I come back to this point about private military contractors. Your predecessor, General Lucky Rabo, said, no private military contractors. We are up to the task. The Nigerian military can do it. But okay, you have repeated more or less the same thing, saying no, such an option is not on the table. But the same Nigerian government engages domestic corporate security outfits, either along the Gulf of Guinea or in the northeast and northwest. What does that say about the capacity of the Nigerian military? Because these domestic security outfits, the basic comment that they make by their very engagement is that the Nigerian military cannot handle, some of these assignments. That's one. Number two, Senator Adams Oshiomhole, not too long ago, on the floor of the Senate, challenged Nigerian military and said funds appropriated to the Nigerian military are usually used by the military hierarchy either to go and build universities in their hometowns or to go and do CSR in their hometowns without using the same appropriated funds to do their main assignment. Well, the Senate shut down that motion, but the question is still out there as a matter of public interest. What is transparency and accountability in the military governed by martial law that is different from the transparency and accountability that we civilians talk about?
Thank you, Dr. Abati.
General, please go ahead.
But somehow towards the end, I didn't hear what you have to say. But just to respond to this, that the military is highly professional. That I can guarantee. There is no general we have in the army today that has spent less than 25 years in service. We have been to Liberia, we've been to Sierra Leone, we've been to other countries, we've done so much. We're here in our country facing these challenges. And like I said, asymmetric warfare is an entirely different operation. On the issue of transparency, I can guarantee you that we are going through every scrutiny that is there on the land. We have auditors that always come consistently to do that. And when you talk about use of funds in building universities and building and doing civil, that is asymmetric warfare. And that's what we call the non-kinetic part of it. We have two options, the kinetic and the non-kinetic. The kinetic is where we use military force. The military force to solution to non-state actors or to warfare is just about 20-25% of the solution. Mistake people always make is that they think it is only entirely a military solution. It is not. The non-kinetic plays a higher role, and that is where if our youths are engaged, if they are educated, if they are well fed, if they are well schooled, well housed, they will not give in to these terrorists. Like I tell you, on a weekly basis, we take over thousands down, but they keep coming out in numbers. Why is that so? Because we have a lot of them not doing anything. They're just sitting down there, and people are just ready tools to be used by these criminals to take advantage. So I can guarantee you that the funds being released are properly utilized. The central bank, the Ministry of Finance, all the procedures they do in checkmating what we do is there. We have the oversight function by the National Assembly that is ongoing. And also we have our own mechanism from within that we do that. I can tell you, no money is wasted. I even look at this money. I tell you this, one precision missile, just a small one, is about $200,000. I'm sure you are aware that everything that we buy in hard currency, from our ammunition to our bullets to our bombs to everything. Everything is bought in foreign currency. Now, if you look at our budget, convert our budget to dollars, and well, I'm happy Rufai is there. Fact check the cost of a ship. Fact check the cost of an MRAP, of a missile, of a drone, of a helicopter, or a fighter aircraft, and see how many we'll be able to buy with the budget we have. We know the country is going through so much, so we don't expect to get everything. But the little that we have, we are utilizing them properly. The issue of the military contractors, like I told you, the Americans use them in Afghanistan, in Iraq, in other countries. How did they end up? Bringing anybody out there to home at the cost. And then he's going to have his own interests. And his interest is not to end it, to aggravate the issue. So you will have more complex issues to even deal with. The Wagner forces in Mali, recently 87 of them were killed. And what did they do? They went there and they got killed by the same terrorists. So we are dealing with individuals that have sworn to kill for whatever reason. And the worst enemy you can ever fight is to fight somebody who has nothing to lose. They have nothing to lose. If they die, nobody cares because they feel they are going straight to heaven or they have some reward somewhere they're going to get. So they're ready to die. They're ready to do this stuff. Like a reminder, Niger State alone is almost 10% of Nigerian landmass. The Northwest is over 200,000 square kilometers. These are huge, massive land area. So what we need to do is first to leverage on technology. If we have enough satellites to give us real-time information, we have enough drones to use. We cannot have enough, but we're making do what we have. And I can guarantee you, the way it is going, I've said it before, asymmetric warfare is not what you start today and you end tomorrow. It is a gradual thing. It's a painfully drawn kind of war that takes time to heal. But again, it must be deliberate, and it entails all society to be together. Why do you think they are surviving? It's because we have people, informants, that are always telling them. I've always reminded people, the last APC that got bugged, the armor personnel carrier that got bugged, it was the locals that picked and were calling those guys to tell them that our APCs are bugged, they should come there. And they came there en masse. So you find Nigerians that are the ones sabotaging our own efforts. We have unscrupulous elements that think they are making money. In the Northeast, people will go to a filling station, take full tank, go in there and sell this fuel to them. People take food. We have banned the use of urea fertilizer, but we find people hiding them under trucks to sell to these guys because once you're able to get it across to them, you make good money. And it is that money that people are going after. So we have a lot of sabotage from within and outside that we need to come together and say, look, enough is enough. Nigerians must take ownership of it, and that's the only way that we can do it. So it's not only a military solution, it's a general solution that we need to adopt.
Yes, General, I get that point. But I asked you also about domestic corporate fighters in Nigeria. All these non-state actors that are engaged to monitor our waters and to support the security agents. You have no objections to them?
No, of course. We used, I was in the Northeast. I was a theater commander in the Northeast.
So you have no objections?
Like I said, Dr. Aboti, like I said, is an all-society approach. Communities must stand in and be counted. Indians must stand in and be counted. We everywhere. And so in the Northeast, what did we do? We got the communities to rally around, select youths that we know are positive youths that don't have any criminal record. They were profiled by the police and the DSS. We gave them some level of training on how to protect their communities. That has assisted us in doing that because we cannot be everywhere. So they do that to delay until the troops come in to take immediate action. That has helped. So we need the support of everyone. In Kano, for example, why did you think Boko Haram could not survive in Kano? People in Kano, knowing that they are into commerce, Boko Haram in Kano will cause a lot of problem and it will affect their work. So they refused. Anywhere they went to rent accommodation, they were reported. Anybody they see that is strange in any community, they reported them and actions were taken. So that is what we're appealing to all communities. Do not allow them settle in your community. Do not give them any support because when you do that, that's what you encourage them to do. Terrorists survive within the communities. The communities freeze them, they cannot survive. So that's our appeal to Nigerians.
Thank you very much, General C.G. Musa, for your time with us.